Masked Singer fans, by now you probably know that there is no episode of The Masked Singer tonight. And I know what you're saying. It sucks. What's going on? It's baseball. Or as they say, baseball. As you may know, the Dodgers and the Yankees are going head-to-head. And well, if the Dodgers had won last night, then there would have not been another game of the World Series. But since the Yankees won in a crazy, and I say crazy ball game, they're going to game number 5, which is tonight. I do have to say, though, next Wednesday, we are going to get this week's episode, and nothing's going to stop it, because really, if they did up to the end of the games, it would have been, next off on Thursday, Friday, 1, 2, 3. It would have been done by Saturday. So we are good to go. But I promised you guys that if there was no episode tonight, that I would do the final reveal in Group B, which is the Goo. And even though I am a little sick, I am out of bed. I made myself presentable. And so we're going to go ahead and reveal who is under the mask of the Goo. We'll go through the clues, the pitch correct audio, then compare the audio, answer the clues, and then you tell me whether or not you agree or disagree. So let's go ahead and get started. Make sure you are subscribed. Please, and please. Anyway, let's start off with the first episode of Clues. In it, we had a masked ambassador, a.k.a. Keenan Allen, a.k.a. Season 9's Gargoyle, who, if you remember, he was a lot of fun. Remember that these masked ambassadors are people that either know this person or they're sort of in the same field. It's something to keep in mind during all of these clues. So in the beginning, he says of the Goo, excited to be a Masked Singer ambassador with some classified information. On season 9 of when I was a Gargoyle, everyone got to see my softer, sensitive side, even though they know me as tough. Knowing Goo, I can say the same. He's telling us he's a football player right here. You know, everyone needs a little emotional outlet, and just like I do in the field, I can't wait to see you let it out on stage. Remember, we've had a couple of singing football players. My favorite, Jordan Mailata, a.k.a. from the Eagles, which we just went to the game in Cincinnati. You may have just seen that video. So, go Birds. Then the Goo finally came on and gave us his own clues, saying that growing up, I wanted to tackle everything in my way, but inside I was really sensitive, oozing with emotion. Once my older brothers started playing guitar, I found my escape. After tough days at school, I would sit in my room crying, singing through the pains of high school drama. I became a total music nerd, turning to a cappella groups, music lab, and even winning awards. There were visual clues, a tackle box. I'm assuming this guy is a defensive tackle. A science lab, not really sure if that's a clue. A toy train carrying disco balls, a French horn, and rocks falling. That was the sports night, which kind of worked out because this guy clearly is in sports, and his clue were golden cleats with music notes on them. He says of them, well, for me, you may want to focus on the sole of the shoes. Quite clever. The next episode was Barbie night, and he says, you know, Barbie is all about empowering young women, showing them you can achieve your dreams, and there's no he says, Goo-getter, gal, my life, than future Ms. Goo. Meaning future, he's engaged. He says, let me tell you how we first met. It was at a theme park, ironically, and I was frustrated and grumpy. I had my guard up and sitting alone on a bench when I looked up and saw her hand. She was asking to dance with me. I instantly melted out of her kindness, playfulness, and confidence. I realized in that moment that I met my mushy mush and mushy match, and I cannot wait to become her Mr. Goo next year. Once again, engaged, getting married in 2025. Visual clues, theme park, golden ticket, popcorn, apple turnover, and a church robe. The extra clue was the Barbie dream house. As you know, I hated the clues from the episode. And he says, right here is a dream house, in which is pretty fitting for Robin, since I know he's a fan. Fox, I get it. You get paid to do these promotional things, but make sure the clue makes sense. I don't like that clue. I think we talked about this before. Don't do that. I get it. You got to make but make the clues make sense. So, now it's time for the pitch correct audio. I think you know how it works, so I'm not going to explain it. I'm going to go ahead and play the original audio they gave us, and then my pitch correct audio, and you tell me who you think it is.
You know, Barbie is all about empowering young women, showing them you can achieve your dreams. And there's one go-getter gal in my life.
You know, Barbie is all about empowering young women, showing them you can achieve your dreams. And there's one go-getter gal in my life, my future Mrs. Good. Let me tell you how we first gelled at a theme park where, ironically, I was frustrated and grumpy. I had my guard up. I was stewing alone on a bench when I looked up and saw her hand. She was asking me to dance. And I instantly melted at her kindness, playfulness, and confidence. I realized in that one moment I'd met my mushy match.
So who is that? Are you thinking Kobe Turner? Because, yeah, it's Kobe Turner. Hands down Kobe Turner. There's only a few NFL players who can really sing. Obviously, you got Jordan, and Kobe is the only other one who I would 100% say, wow, he's definitely a singer. And all the clues match. But before we get to the clues, let's compare pitch correct audio to him doing an interview, and then the Goose singing to him singing, in which he's done a lot of singing. From national anthems to a lot of even Ram videos of him singing. And we even found college videos of him singing too, but we'll just pick one of those and compare. So take a listen.
You know, Barbie is all about empowering young women, showing them you can achieve your dreams.
Just the power of music without me playing it, but what I listen to every day.
No, I don't know myself anymore.
Whoa!
Liquor was the only love I've known. But you...
Yeah, that's him. So let's break down the clues. The masked ambassador, Keenan Allen, they're both in the NFL. Goose says in his first package he's growing up, he wanted to tackle everything in his way. Well, he's a defensive end, which means tackling is his job, so yeah, that makes sense. He says, once my older brother started playing guitar, I found my escape. He's talked about his brother playing guitar many of times, something that we'll actually keep as a quote later on in this. He said he was a total music nerd, being in a cappella groups, and I wanted to read for you an interview because he was in several ones. He says music became his outlet once he got to high school and how he made it through high school, and it kept him busy too. In addition to choir, he also ran in 3 a cappella groups while juggling football. Visual clues: a tackle box, defensive end, a toy train carrying disco balls. His nickname is the Conductor. Woo woo! You're thinking of the train conductor, but really it's music. You see that? You see that there? A French horn refers to high school band. Rocks falling is tackling guys, so rocks falling is really tackling men. Sport night clue with the cleats with the music notes. 2 of his passions: football, needing cleats, music notes, music. Next episode, he talks about Ms. Goo, his wife or his fiance. I think it's Alicia. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It's either Alicia or Elisha or something like that. Then he talked about the meeting, and he's done many interviews where he talked about how they've met. Visual clues was the Carmel theme, once again, where they met. The golden ticket, I believe it's him getting drafted into the NFL. The apple turnover, I believe, is talking about the turnover expression in football, meaning turning the ball over back to the opposing team. And so his job is to tackle people to make the other team turn over the ball. But I believe that does kind of match up. Next is the church robe. And I kept a long quote from his interview because I found this very interesting and it answers most of the clues. His mother grew up listening to gospel, R&B, and reggae around the house, which in turn became his childhood. Adding that he all got started going to worship practices with his mom on Saturdays and Sundays. As he got older and progressed into middle school, he watched his oldest brother get into guitar, and that left a big impact, answering a lot of the clues that we saw. Then his extra clue, talking about the Barbie dream house, which was not connected to anything whatsoever. The only connection there is that Robin is a fan. Robin is from LA. He's an LA Rams fan. Well, turns out Turner is a defensive end for the LA Rams. So there you guys go. I answered literally every single clue here. If there's something I missed, let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to go because I'm losing my voice and I want to go back to bed. I'm exhausted. I'm not feeling good. Hopefully, I'll feel good later on. There will be no recap because on Thursday, there's no show. And so next week, remember, I revealed everyone in this group. So if you want to check out those reveals, I'll put in the comment section of this video. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. I'll see you later. Bye.